If you like this video, click like. If you want to continue to follow our adventure, hit subscribe. Your support would be greatly appreciated.
Hello, Laws and Road subscribers and followers. Well, you know what today is, don't you? That's right, Friday. You know what that means, don't you? That's right, it's Easy 5 Friday. Today's topic is 5 reasons we don't have a dog. So we made it down to Florida, and we got to, and I'll do a review of this campground. But we got to Florida. The day after we got here, a stray dog showed up. It's a cute little dog. It's a little bloodhound or beagle mix or something. You're seeing a picture of it now, and it's lost. It's a stray. It's got a collar. It has a phone number. We tried to call it. Can't get a hold of the person. It might be a hunting dog. This is hunting season in the area. I don't know. Regardless, it triggered the reasons we don't have a dog. Because I'm asked a lot, you know, do we have animals? Why don't we have animals? So I thought I'd just go ahead and cover the topic now that it's fresh on my mind with this little dog sitting here watching me film this. All right, number 1. Okay, we live in a pop-up. Think about that. We live in a very small box. It's a 10 by 6. When it's all closed up, it's a 10 by 6 box. It is very tight. 2 people cannot move around in that camper at the same time. We can't. If Carolyn's cooking, I better be sitting in my man cave or on the couch or, you know, somewhere. The man cave is my bunk in for those who haven't seen that video. The forward bunk in. But anyway, when we even get the space heater out, the Mr. Heater portable buddy, I mean, we're always tripping over the thing. So just having a dog there would it would be constantly a trip hazard. Number 2, and this is probably the one I'm the most concerned about, is where would we put it if we had to go to town? Look, putting it in a pop-up camper. Again, it's a 10 by 6 box, so it really doesn't have a lot of room to move around in. And think about this: we don't run the air conditioner at all. We never ran it the entire summer, and it can get pretty hot in there. When we were in South Carolina, from about 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock, we didn't go in the camper. It was so hot. So, and you know, of course, you're going to say, why don't we run the air conditioner? That means we got to run the generator, and we just don't want to do it. It's not that we can't do it, we just don't want to. Well, let's say we had to go to town, go grocery shopping. Well, we can't take the dog because the dog's not allowed in the store, right? So that means we leave it in the pop-up in 90-degree temperature. Now, when we were in Florida this last spring, it got to 90 degrees outside, and inside the camper, it was about 130 until we figured out how to cool it off a bit. But so there's just no reasonable way to put your animal in the camper while you're in town. Number 3, water. Water is a valuable resource to us. Now, when we're at a campground that has water, it works out really well. But when we're at a remote site and we have to go somewhere else to get water, you know, every 3 to 4 days you're traveling to go get water. When we were at Hawk Point in West Virginia, we used a natural spring. It came right out of the mountain and put a pipe right in the mountain, and water would just pour out of it constantly, and we'd fill up our buckets with that. And again, we were doing it every 3 to 4 days. We already limit the amount of showers we take, so we don't use a lot of water. You know, about every 3 days on cooled when it's cool, but when it's warm, you know, we do it every 2 days. So now we got a dog that we would have to water, and that's just more water that we'd have to use. And again, you know, it's not a selfish thing, it's a responsibility thing. Number 4, okay, getting back into the pop-up. Let's say we did put him in the pop-up. Let's say we didn't have the AC issue. I think even small dogs would tear up the canvas, or could tear up the canvas. And I don't see a reason why we want to risk an $800 canvas, $1,000 canvas, on having a dog in it. Look, even if you said, why don't you open up the windows so the dog can be nice and cool inside while the breeze is, okay, so now you have a screen that is separating the dog from the inside to the outside. And you saw a picture of this cute dog here. I mean, he'd go right through it. I used to have toy poodles, and boy, those things are little mischievous things. They like to get into things that they shouldn't be into. So, you know, I could just see a dog trying to get through that canvas really easy. The other thing is on the bunkins, they could actually slip out on the edges. So, I just don't know if it's worth the risk. Number 5, dogs, in my opinion, are huge responsibilities. Look at this stray dog. It relied on its owner to take care of it, and this owner has failed. It has failed their responsibility to take care of this dog. So other people are taking care of it, and we're all trying to figure out what to do with it. There's 3 other campers here, and we're all feeding it and watering it, and you know, we're going to have to call the Humane Society at some point, or hopefully the ranger will come by and we can talk to him about it. But we're going to have to do something. It's got a collar with a phone number and everything. And all 3 of the campers, myself, you know, I'm the 3rd one, we've all tried to call it, and there's no answer. So, but the thing is, you're supposed to raise that dog for the rest of its life. And if it escaped out of the camper, like I just talked about, and got lost, I failed at my responsibility. Or, you know, we're in bear country, gator country, and it goes down by this water right over here. Let's say it goes down by the water and the gator gets it. You know, I've failed at my responsibility, or a bear gets it. Look, we raised our kids, and I've had dogs my entire life, so I've raised dogs, and I've taken on that responsibility. But this time is our time. And I don't think we want the responsibility to raise a dog. Look, a lot of people have dogs for companionship, you know, that are RVers, but usually they RV alone. They're by themselves. And you watch many YouTube RVers who have a dog. But we have a companion. We have each other. Carolyn and I have each other. So we don't need more companionship. We're quite satisfied with the companionship we have. Anyway, that is the reason we don't have a dog while we live in our pop-up camper. So, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Click like if you like the video. And happy travels.